Understanding project management fundamentals. Project management is the application of processes, methods, skills, knowledge, and experience to achieve specific project objectives according to the project acceptance criteria within agreed parameters. It involves planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling resources to achieve specific goals. Projects are temporary endeavors with a defined beginning and end, undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. Effective project management ensures that these unique outcomes are delivered successfully, meeting stakeholder expectations and organizational strategic goals. It is a critical discipline in today's dynamic business environment, enabling organizations to adapt and innovate. Key aspects include balancing the project constraints of scope, time, cost, quality, resources, and risk. These constraints are often referred to as the project management triangle or iron triangle, where changes to one element typically affect the others. Understanding these interdependencies is crucial for making informed decisions throughout the project lifecycle. Successful project managers possess a blend of technical, leadership, and strategic business management skills, enabling them to navigate complex challenges and lead diverse teams. Key roles and responsibilities. Various roles contribute to a project's success, each with distinct responsibilities. The project manager is central, responsible for overall planning, execution, and closure, acting as the primary point of contact for stakeholders. They lead the project team, manage resources, and ensure objectives are met within constraints. The project sponsor provides financial resources and high-level support, championing the project within the organization and resolving major roadblocks. They are crucial for securing necessary approvals and aligning the project with strategic business goals. Team members are responsible for executing tasks, contributing their expertise, and reporting progress to the project manager. Stakeholders include anyone affected by or affecting the project, such as customers, end users, functional managers, and suppliers. Their input and engagement are vital for defining requirements and ensuring project acceptance. Understanding these roles and their interdependencies is fundamental for effective project governance and smooth project operations. Clear role definitions prevent ambiguity and foster accountability across the project team. Project management methodologies overview. Project management methodologies provide frameworks for organizing and managing project activities. Two prominent approaches are Waterfall and Agile. Waterfall is a linear, sequential approach, where each project phase must be completed before the next begins. It is characterized by detailed upfront planning and documentation, making it suitable for projects with well-defined requirements and minimal expected changes. This traditional method emphasizes thoroughness and predictability, often used in industries with strict regulatory compliance or fixed deliverables. Agile methodologies, conversely, are iterative and flexible, emphasizing collaboration, customer feedback, and continuous adaptation. Scrum, Kanban, and Lean are popular Agile frameworks. Agile projects are broken into smaller, manageable iterations, allowing for rapid adjustments to changing requirements and delivering value incrementally. This approach is highly effective in environments with evolving requirements or where innovation and speed to market are critical. Choosing the right methodology depends on project characteristics, organizational culture, and stakeholder preferences. Defining project objectives and deliverables. Clearly defining project objectives is the cornerstone of successful project planning. Objectives specify what the project aims to achieve, providing a clear direction for the team and stakeholders. They should be SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Well-defined objectives help in making informed decisions, allocating resources effectively, and measuring project success. Without clear objectives, projects can drift off course, leading to scope creep and stakeholder dissatisfaction. This initial step sets the foundation for all subsequent project activities and ensures alignment with strategic goals. Deliverables are the tangible or intangible outputs produced during the project, These can include products, services, documents, or capabilities. Each objective typically has one or more associated deliverables that contribute to its achievement. Defining deliverables involves specifying their characteristics, quality standards, and acceptance criteria. This clarity ensures that the project team knows exactly what needs to be produced and that stakeholders understand what they will receive. Both objectives and deliverables must be documented and agreed upon by all key stakeholders to establish a shared understanding and commitment. Creating a Work Breakdown Structure, WBS. A work breakdown structure, WBS, is a hierarchical decomposition of the total scope of work to be carried out by the project team to accomplish project objectives and create the required deliverables. It breaks down the project into smaller, more manageable components, making it easier to plan, estimate, and control. The WBS is deliverable-oriented, meaning each level represents a tangible outcome or component of the final product or service. This structured approach ensures that all necessary work is identified and accounted for, preventing omissions and facilitating clear task assignments. The highest level of the WBS represents the final project deliverable, while subsequent levels break it down into major components, subcomponents, and ultimately, work packages. Work packages are the lowest level of the WBS and represent the specific tasks that can be assigned to individuals or teams. Each work package should have a clear scope, duration, and cost estimate. Developing a WBS is a collaborative effort, often involving the project team and subject matter experts, to ensure comprehensive coverage and accuracy. It serves as a foundational tool for scheduling, cost estimating, resource allocation, and risk management. Scope management and control. Scope management involves defining and controlling what is and is not included in the project. It ensures that the project team performs only the work required to complete the project successfully. The process begins with planning scope management, followed by collecting requirements from stakeholders. These requirements are then used to define the project scope, creating a detailed description of the project and product. This comprehensive definition forms the basis for all subsequent project work and helps in setting clear boundaries. Controlling scope is an ongoing process throughout the project lifecycle. It involves monitoring the status of the project and product scope and managing changes to the scope baseline. Any proposed changes to the project scope must go through a formal change control process to be evaluated, approved, or rejected. Effective scope control prevents unauthorized additions to the project, which can lead to budget overruns, schedule delays, and resource strain. Maintaining strict control over scope is critical for delivering the project within its original constraints and meeting stakeholder expectations. Preventing scope creep. Scope creep refers to the uncontrolled expansion of a project scope without adjustments to time, cost, or resources. It is a common challenge that can derail projects, leading to missed deadlines, budget overruns, and compromised quality. Scope creep often occurs due to poorly defined requirements, lack of a formal change control process, or direct requests from stakeholders that are not properly managed. Recognizing the early signs of scope creep is essential for timely intervention and mitigation. It can manifest as minor additions that seem insignificant individually but accumulate over time. Effective prevention strategies include establishing a clear and detailed project scope statement at the outset, ensuring all stakeholders agree to it. Implementing a robust change control process is paramount, requiring all proposed changes to be formally documented, reviewed, and approved before implementation. Regularly communicating the project scope and its boundaries to the team and stakeholders helps maintain focus. Educating stakeholders on the impact of changes on project constraints also fosters a more disciplined approach. Proactive management of expectations and a firm adherence to the agreed-upon scope are key to avoiding scope creep. Budget estimation techniques. Accurate budget estimation is crucial for project success, providing a financial baseline for monitoring and control. Several techniques can be employed, each with varying levels of accuracy and effort. Analogous estimating. also known as top-down estimating, uses historical data from similar past projects to estimate the cost of the current project. This method is quick but less accurate, best used in the early stages when detailed information is scarce. Expert judgment is often combined with this technique to refine estimates based on experience. Parametric estimating uses statistical relationships between historical data and other variables to calculate cost. For example, if a similar project cost X per unit, the current project's cost can be estimated by multiplying X by the number of units. Bottom-up estimating is the most accurate but also the most time-consuming, involving estimating the cost of individual work packages and then aggregating them to get the total project cost. Three-point estimating, using optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely estimates, provides a range and helps account for uncertainty. Each technique has its place depending on the project phase and available information. Cost control strategies. Effective cost control is essential to keep projects within budget and ensure financial viability. It involves monitoring project expenditures, managing changes to the cost baseline, and preventing cost overruns. A crucial first step is establishing a detailed cost baseline, which is the approved version of the project budget against which actual costs are compared. Regular tracking of actual costs against this baseline allows for early detection of variances and potential issues. This proactive monitoring enables project managers to take corrective actions before problems escalate. Strategies for cost control include implementing a robust change control system for any budget adjustments, ensuring that all changes are justified and approved. Resource optimization, such as efficient allocation of personnel and materials, also plays a significant role in managing costs. Negotiating favorable contracts with suppliers and vendors can yield substantial savings. Furthermore, conducting regular financial reviews and audits helps identify inefficiencies and areas for improvement. By continuously monitoring and adjusting, project managers can maintain financial discipline and deliver projects within their allocated budgets, maximizing value for the organization. Financial risk management. Financial risk management in projects involves identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential financial threats that could impact the project budget and overall financial health. These risks can include unexpected cost increases, currency fluctuations, market volatility, or funding shortfalls. Proactive identification of these risks allows project managers to develop contingency plans and allocate reserves. Understanding the potential financial impact of various scenarios is critical for robust project planning and ensuring financial stability throughout the project lifecycle. Mitigation strategies for financial risks include establishing contingency reserves for known risks and management reserves for unknown unknowns. Diversifying funding sources, hedging against currency fluctuations, and negotiating fixed-price contracts with suppliers can also reduce financial exposure. Regular financial audits and forecasting help in anticipating potential issues and adjusting strategies accordingly. By systematically managing financial risks, project managers can protect the project's budget, prevent unforeseen expenditures, and ensure the project remains economically viable, contributing to overall organizational financial health. Identifying project risks. Risk identification is the process of determining which risks might affect the project and documenting their characteristics. This proactive step is crucial for effective risk management, as unidentified risks cannot be managed. Risks can stem from various sources, including technical challenges, organizational changes, external market forces, or environmental factors. It is important to consider both threats, negative risks, and opportunities, positive risks, during this phase. A comprehensive approach ensures that all potential impacts, both good and bad, are considered. Techniques for identifying risks include brainstorming sessions with the project team and stakeholders, expert interviews, and reviewing historical information from similar projects. Root cause analysis helps uncover underlying issues that could lead to risks. SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, can also be a valuable tool. creating a risk register, which is a document that records identified risks, their potential causes, and potential responses, is a key output of this process. This register becomes a living document, updated throughout the project lifecycle as new risks emerge or existing ones change. Assessing and analyzing risks. Once risks are identified, they need to be assessed and analyzed to understand their potential impact and likelihood of occurrence. This process helps prioritize risks, focusing attention on those that pose the greatest threat or offer the most significant opportunity. Qualitative risk analysis involves assessing the probability and impact of each identified risk using descriptive scales, for example, high, medium, low. This method is quick and effective for prioritizing risks for further analysis or response planning. It often involves expert judgment and risk matrices to visualize the severity of risks. Quantitative risk analysis involves numerically analyzing the effect of identified risks on overall project objectives. Techniques include expected monetary value (EMV) analysis, decision tree analysis, and Monte Carlo simulations. EMV calculates the average outcome when the future includes scenarios that may or may not happen. Decision trees help visualize and analyze complex decisions under uncertainty. Monte Carlo simulations use statistical modeling to predict potential outcomes based on a range of variables. This detailed analysis provides a more objective basis for decision-making, especially for high-impact risks, allowing for more precise contingency planning and resource allocation. Mitigating and responding to risks. Risk response planning involves developing options and actions to enhance opportunities and reduce threats to project objectives. The goal is to maximize positive impacts and minimize negative ones. For threats, common strategies include avoid, eliminating the threat by changing the project plan. Transfer, shifting the impact and responsibility to a third party, often through insurance or outsourcing. Mitigate, reducing the probability or impact of the risk to an acceptable level. Accept, acknowledging the risk and not taking any action, either passively or actively with a contingency plan. Choosing the appropriate strategy depends on the risk's severity and the project's context. For opportunities, response strategies include exploit, ensuring the opportunity is realized by assigning resources to it. Enhance, increasing the probability or impact of the opportunity. Share, allocating some ownership of the opportunity to a third party who can best capture it. Accept, taking advantage of the opportunity if it arises without proactive action. Contingency plans are developed for accepted risks, outlining specific actions to be taken if the risk occurs. Regular monitoring of risks and the effectiveness of response plans is crucial throughout the project lifecycle to ensure continued project health. Identifying and analyzing stakeholders. Stakeholder identification is the process of identifying all individuals or organizations who are impacted by or can impact the project. This includes customers, sponsors, team members, functional managers, suppliers, and even government regulators. Failing to identify key stakeholders can lead to unmet expectations, resistance, and project failure. Early identification ensures that their needs and expectations are considered from the outset, fostering a more inclusive and successful project environment. It's a continuous process, as new stakeholders may emerge throughout the project lifecycle. Stakeholder analysis involves assessing their interest, influence, and impact on the project. Tools like the Power Interest Grid or Power Influence Grid help categorize stakeholders and determine appropriate engagement strategies. Understanding their expectations, potential conflicts, and communication preferences is crucial for effective management. This analysis helps project managers prioritize stakeholders and tailor communication and engagement efforts. A thorough understanding of the stakeholder landscape enables proactive management of relationships, minimizing negative impacts and leveraging positive influences for project success. Engaging stakeholders effectively. Effective stakeholder engagement is vital for building support, managing expectations, and ensuring project success. It involves actively communicating with stakeholders, addressing their concerns, and incorporating their feedback. A stakeholder engagement plan outlines strategies for involving each stakeholder group based on their power, interest, and impact. This plan ensures that communication is tailored and timely, preventing misunderstandings and fostering trust. Proactive engagement helps in gaining buy-in and mitigating potential resistance. Strategies for engagement include regular meetings, workshops, one-on-one discussions, and formal presentations. The level and frequency of engagement should be appropriate for each stakeholder group. For highly influential stakeholders, frequent and direct communication is often necessary. For others, periodic updates may suffice. Transparency and honesty are key to maintaining positive relationships. By actively involving stakeholders in decision-making processes where appropriate, project managers can leverage their expertise, build consensus, and ensure that the project delivers value that aligns with their needs and expectations. This collaborative approach transforms potential adversaries into project champions. Developing a communication plan. A communication plan is a critical component of project management, outlining how, when, and by whom project information will be shared with stakeholders. It ensures that the right information reaches the right people at the right time in the right format. The plan addresses key questions such as: what information needs to be communicated? Who is the audience for this information? Who is responsible for communicating it? What is the best method or channel for communication? When and how frequently will communication occur? A well-structured plan prevents information silos and ensures consistency. The communication plan should be tailored to the specific needs and preferences of each stakeholder group, as identified during stakeholder analysis. It defines the communication matrix, specifying the content, format, frequency, and distribution method for each type of communication. This might include progress reports, meeting minutes, newsletters, or informal updates. Regular review and adjustment of the communication plan are necessary to ensure its continued effectiveness throughout the project lifecycle. Effective communication fosters transparency, builds trust, and helps manage expectations, all of which are vital for project success and stakeholder satisfaction. Leading project teams. Effective leadership is paramount for motivating and guiding project teams towards successful project completion. A project manager's leadership style significantly influences team dynamics, productivity, and morale. Strong leaders inspire confidence, foster a collaborative environment, and empower team members to take ownership of their tasks. They provide clear direction, set achievable goals, and articulate the project's vision, ensuring everyone understands their role in achieving the overall objectives. This guidance helps maintain focus and alignment, especially during challenging phases. Key leadership skills include communication, conflict resolution, decision-making, and delegation. Project managers must be adept at listening to team members, providing constructive feedback, and mediating disagreements to maintain a cohesive working environment. They also need to make timely and informed decisions, often under pressure, and effectively delegate tasks to leverage individual strengths. Building trust and rapport within the team is crucial for fostering open communication and mutual support. By nurturing a positive team culture, project managers can enhance performance, encourage innovation, and navigate obstacles more effectively, ultimately driving project success. Tracking project progress with KPIs. Key performance indicators, KPIs, are measurable values that demonstrate how effectively a project is achieving key business objectives. They provide critical insights into project health and progress, allowing project managers to make data-driven decisions. Common project management KPIs include schedule variance, cost variance, resource utilization, and defect rates. Defining relevant KPIs at the project's outset ensures that progress can be objectively measured against established benchmarks. These indicators serve as early warning signals, highlighting areas that require attention or intervention. Regular monitoring of KPIs enables project managers to identify deviations from the plan and take corrective actions promptly. Visual dashboards are often used to display KPIs in an easily digestible format, providing a real-time overview of project performance. Analyzing trends in KPI data helps in forecasting future performance and identifying underlying issues. Effective use of KPIs facilitates transparent communication with stakeholders, demonstrating accountability and progress. By consistently tracking and analyzing these metrics, project managers can maintain control, optimize performance, and ensure the project stays on track to achieve its objectives. Earned Value Management (EVM). Earned Value Management (EVM) is a project management technique for measuring project performance and progress in an objective manner. It integrates scope, schedule, and cost to provide a comprehensive view of project health. EVM uses three key dimensions: planned value, PV, which is the authorized budget assigned to scheduled work; actual cost, AC, the total cost incurred for the work performed; and earned value, EV, the value of the work actually completed. By comparing these values, project managers can assess whether the project is on schedule and within budget. Key EVM metrics derived from PV, AC, and EV include: schedule variance, SV equals EV minus PV, indicates if the project is ahead or behind schedule. Cost variance, CV, equals EV minus AC, shows if the project is under or over budget. Schedule Performance Index, SPI, equals EV divided by PV, measures schedule efficiency. Cost Performance Index, CPI, equals EV divided by AC, measures cost efficiency. These metrics provide early warning signals for potential problems, allowing for proactive corrective actions. EVM is a powerful tool for forecasting future project performance and making informed decisions, ensuring greater control over project execution and financial outcomes. Introduction to Agile Principles. Agile is an iterative and incremental approach to project management, emphasizing flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction. It emerged as an alternative to traditional linear methodologies like Waterfall, particularly suited for projects with evolving requirements or high uncertainty. The Agile Manifesto, created in 2001, outlines 4 core values: individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. These values guide Agile teams in delivering value quickly and adapting to new information. Agile principles further elaborate on these values, promoting practices such as frequent delivery of working increments, continuous attention to technical excellence, and self-organizing teams. The focus is on delivering value incrementally and continuously gathering feedback to refine the product or service. This adaptive approach allows teams to respond rapidly to market changes or customer needs, reducing risk and increasing the likelihood of project success. Agile fosters a culture of continuous improvement and empowers teams to innovate, making it highly effective in dynamic environments. Scrum Framework and Roles. Scrum is a popular Agile framework designed for managing complex product development. It is iterative and incremental, delivering products in short cycles called sprints, typically lasting 1 to 4 weeks. Each sprint aims to produce a potentially shippable increment of the product. Scrum emphasizes self-organizing, cross-functional teams, and a set of defined roles, events, and artifacts. This structured yet flexible approach helps teams focus on delivering high-value features and adapting to changes quickly. It promotes transparency, inspection, and adaptation throughout the development process. Key Scrum roles include: Product Owner, responsible for maximizing the value of the product, managing the product backlog, and representing stakeholder needs. Scrum Master, facilitates the Scrum process, removes impediments, and coaches the team on Agile principles. Development Team, a self-organizing cross-functional group responsible for delivering the product increment. Scrum events include sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. Artifacts like the product backlog, sprint backlog, and product increment provide transparency and opportunities for inspection and adaptation. Understanding these elements is crucial for implementing Scrum effectively. Kanban and Lean methodologies. Kanban is an agile methodology focused on visualizing work, limiting work in progress (WIP), and maximizing efficiency. Originating from Toyota's production system, Kanban aims to improve flow and reduce waste by making bottlenecks visible. A Kanban board, typically with columns like to do, in progress, and done, is the central tool for visualizing workflow. Each task moves through these columns, providing a clear overview of the project's status. Limiting WIP prevents overloading the team and ensures focus on completing tasks before starting new ones, leading to faster delivery and improved quality. Lean methodology, also derived from Toyota, focuses on maximizing customer value while minimizing waste. Its core principles include: eliminate waste, identify and remove any activity that does not add value, amplify learning, foster continuous improvement and knowledge sharing, decide as late as possible, defer decisions until the last responsible moment to incorporate new information, deliver fast, shorten lead times and deliver value quickly, empower the team, give teams autonomy and responsibility, build integrity in, ensure quality at every step, see the whole, understand the entire system, not just individual parts. Both Kanban and Lean promote continuous improvement and adaptability, making them valuable for optimizing processes and delivering value efficiently. Adaptive project execution. Adaptive project execution is a hallmark of agile and modern project management approaches. Unlike traditional methods that rely on fixed plans, adaptive execution embraces change and continuous adjustment throughout the project lifecycle. It involves regularly inspecting progress, gathering feedback, and making necessary course corrections. This iterative approach allows teams to respond quickly to new information, evolving requirements, or unexpected challenges, ensuring that the project remains aligned with stakeholder needs and market demands. The ability to adapt is crucial in today's rapidly changing environments. Key practices in adaptive execution include short development cycles, sprints, frequent delivery of working increments, and continuous stakeholder collaboration. Teams prioritize flexibility over strict adherence to an initial plan, understanding that the most valuable outcomes often emerge through iterative refinement. Regular retrospectives allow teams to reflect on their processes and identify areas for improvement, fostering a culture of continuous learning. By embracing adaptability, project teams can deliver higher quality products or services, reduce risk, and increase customer satisfaction, ultimately leading to more successful project outcomes. This dynamic approach ensures that the project remains relevant and valuable. Finalizing project deliverables. Project closure is a critical phase that formally concludes all project activities. A key aspect of this phase is finalizing project deliverables. This involves ensuring that all agreed-upon products, services, or results have been completed, verified, and formally accepted by the customer or sponsor. It is essential to conduct a thorough review to confirm that all requirements have been met and that deliverables meet the specified quality standards. This formal acceptance marks the successful completion of the project scope and signifies that the project has achieved its primary objectives. The process of finalizing deliverables often includes obtaining formal sign-off from stakeholders, completing any outstanding documentation related to the deliverables, transferring ownership of the deliverables to the appropriate operational teams or clients, archiving project files and records. Any remaining issues or defects must be resolved or formally acknowledged and documented for future reference. Proper finalization ensures that the project's outputs are ready for use and that all contractual and organizational obligations regarding the deliverables have been fulfilled, paving the way for smooth operational handover. Documenting lessons learned. Documenting lessons learned is a crucial activity during project closure, aimed at capturing knowledge gained throughout the project lifecycle. This process involves identifying what went well, what could have been done better, and what unexpected challenges or opportunities arose. The insights gathered are invaluable for improving future projects, preventing recurrence of mistakes, and replicating successful practices. It fosters a culture of continuous learning within the organization, enhancing overall project management maturity. This knowledge transfer is essential for organizational growth and efficiency. A lessons learned register or report typically includes the context of the lesson, e.g., project phase, specific activity, the event or situation that led to the lesson, the impact of the event, positive or negative, the recommended action or improvement, who is responsible for implementing the recommendation. These documents are stored in an organizational process assets library, making them accessible for future project teams. Conducting lessons learned workshops with the project team and key stakeholders facilitates open discussion and comprehensive capture of insights. This formal process ensures that valuable experience is not lost, but rather transformed into actionable knowledge for future endeavors. Post-project review and improvement. The post-project review, also known as a post-implementation review or project audit, is a formal assessment conducted after project closure to evaluate the overall project performance and outcomes. It goes beyond lessons learned by assessing the project's success against its original objectives, budget, and schedule. This review also evaluates the effectiveness of project management processes and identifies areas for organizational process improvement. It provides an objective look at the project's journey, offering valuable insights for strategic planning and future project endeavors. Key aspects of a post-project review include assessing whether project objectives were met and benefits realized, evaluating the accuracy of initial estimates for cost and schedule, reviewing the effectiveness of risk management and communication strategies, analyzing stakeholder satisfaction and feedback, identifying best practices and areas for improvement in organizational processes. The findings from this review are typically documented in a final project report and shared with relevant stakeholders. Implementing the recommendations from the review helps refine project management methodologies, enhance organizational capabilities, and ensure continuous improvement in project delivery across the enterprise.